Sana'a, Yemen. It is known as one of the most dangerous places to live in due to the constant bombings, assassinations, and random acts of terrorism. The old city of Sana'a has a distinctive visual character due to its unique architecture, but is also known as one of the most dangerous places you could ever live in. The U.S. Department of State advises its citizens to avoid traveling to the area as it is one of the most politically unstable places in the world. Protesters and government forces frequently clash and things go out of control within minutes. Cape Town, South Africa. The crime rates are really high in this popular tourist destination and you are advised to not go out at night. Ironically, one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, Cape Town is also a city with high crime rates as a result of social and economic unrest. Prone to mugging, people are advised to avoid more notoriously dangerous districts as the crime rate is really high. Grand Canyon, USA. It is known to be the nation's second highest suicide location and is also highly prone to accidents. You might not think of it as a dangerous place because of what a tourist hotspot it is, but the majority of accidents happen off the river, and those are due to poor equipment or poor judgment. It is known to be the nation's second highest suicide location. Danakil Desert, Ethiopia. It is known as one of the most inhospitable places on Earth due to the extreme temperatures and high rate of violence. Danakil Desert in Ethiopia is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, but it is also one of the most strangely beautiful. All foreign offices will advise you never to visit this desert, mainly due to a border conflict with Eritrea and the risk of getting kidnapped. The extreme temperature and the harsh conditions also make it pretty dangerous. Naples, Italy. This city is called a death trap because a major volcanic eruption can put the lives of more than 1 million people at risk. Over 970,000 people live in this death trap, surrounded by volcanoes on all sides. The slopes of the volcano and immediate area surrounding the volcano are densely populated. In case of a major eruption, more than 1 million people could be at risk. Maceió, Brazil. This city is known to some as Murder Central due to the excessive violence and drug-related crime. Covered with gorgeous beaches, Maceió, the capital of Alagoas State, is known to some as Murder Central, as it sees 135 murders for each 100,000 citizens per year. The slums are filled with violent and drug-related crime, which is where most of the killing takes place. Baghdad, Iraq. The least hospitable city in the world suffers from recurrent suicide bombings, random gunfire and roadside bombs. More than a decade after the United States began the war in Iraq, violence still runs rampant. Recurrent suicide bombings, random gunfire and roadside bombs continue to wreak havoc on the unfortunate citizens of the city. Huntington Ravine Headwall, USA. Avalanches, ice falls, and hypothermia are just some of the dangers faced by the climbers. This place was formed by glaciers over thousands of years. Avalanches, ice falls, and hypothermia have killed climbers in Huntington repeatedly, and nowadays even hiking is risky and weather dependent. Southern Tunisia. There have been frequent terror attacks in several tourist areas of southern Tunisia. Southern Tunisia is a desert land that isn't restricted but heavily advised against due to the threat of terrorism. In recent years, there have been attacks in tourist areas and locations frequented by foreigners. Hence, travelers are advised to remain vigilant in public places and follow the instructions of local authorities. Guatemala, Central America. Its location between the Caribbean Sea and Pacific Ocean makes it a target for highly destructive hurricanes. With an estimated population of around 15.8 million, it is the most populous state in Central America. Natural disasters have a long history in this geologically active part of the world. Its location between the Caribbean Sea and Pacific Ocean makes it a target for hurricanes. The last hurricane wiped the entire village and everyone who lived there, off the face of the earth.